Well, this year the government's at it again. It actually started like 73 new grant programs that are started by the federal government. This is in Washington. Then a trickle-down theory, it all goes down to the states and local governments and all that kind of stuff. But here today I'm going to show you how to find out about these new grants, and really any grant from Washington. You don't have to give me money or anybody else. I'll show you the source. This is where I copy from. And really this website, I made a New York Times bestseller out of it. I took the information here, cut and pasted it, went down to the it wasn't on the web at that time, but it was at the government printing office, and I sent it to New York, and they published it and became a New York Times bestseller, and I didn't write a lick. I just copied the whole thing, and now this information is for free, like I got it for free on this website. You go to cfda.gov. That's Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance.gov. You go there and you'll see this page here, and it'll show you there's 2,279 programs. These are programs that give out money, all kinds of money. So what we're going to cover just some of the new ones that came out this year, because every year they keep adding. This government doesn't shrink or go away. It keeps growing, and there's new. Now over on the right hand side of this, on the web page, you'll see a highlight things that's added programs since last publication date. Okay, you click on that, and there you'll see a listing of all the new programs. And if you go down that list, then you see the ones that interest you, you could find out more detail about. It's sort of like if you go down in the beginning here, they say local food production program. And you say, well, what the hell is that? I don't need any of that. But you may. See, the thing with this government information is what they call it is it may not be anywhere related to how you can use it. And the objective of this is how can you take advantage of something the government says is one thing, and you could turn what you want to do into the same thing that they're giving out money for. So like here, you go onto that local food production program. You click there and you see the details of the program. And it shows you, the objectives of the program, who's to get the money and what. And when you read that, it's really for anybody who's trying to get and sell local fresh food. You have a little farm, you have a garden, or anything like that. You want to sell fresh fruit and vegetables. Well, that's money to help you do that. Or maybe you could get a bunch of people together to do that. But this is, see, the opportunity in new money on all this is because no one has done it before. So it's not institutionalized yet. So they're giving out millions of dollars or whatever, and nobody really knows about it yet. So the line is short. That's where the opportunity is. And don't only look at this, as the objective of that program, because you're not, whatever it is they say, there's a way to do it. You could find a farmer and help them do it. Find other farmers and do it. And now you have a business or an opportunity of collecting these people and showing them how to get government money because they have fresh fruit and vegetables. See? And you learn the process. And see, if you go down on the description a little bit, you'll see the contact person there. And it shows you how many, there's $15 million in the program. Last year there was zip. And this year, $15 million. So these poor bureaucrats have to figure out how to spend $15 million. In a couple of years from now, they'll have it all figured out, and they'll have their regular suppliers and everything that will take the money because they figured out that was there, they got in line. So that's why there's a bigger opportunity now with new programs. That's why you should go through these programs with a fine-tooth comb and see how you could use it. And then you go and contact the headquarters office. Because see, this is money you don't apply at the federal government. It's somewhere locally. They give a bunch of money locally, and then individuals apply to it from there. So you contact that local office, you have the name of the person, their phone number, everything you're like a hotshot lobbyist to find out about that program and say, hey, I live in Erie, Pennsylvania. Who got money like this around here so I could get some? And that's what's neat about this. The eligibility requirements are there and everything. But again, you have to have an open mind to find out and figure out how you can do it. Now here's what, for sheep production and marketing grant program. Gosh, if you're selling wool sweaters, that's sheep production and marketing grant program. You're eligible for that. See, who would have thought? You think you're raising sheep in your backyard. No, it's for sheep-related products, too. So that's the important thing about this. You have to know how to use this. Here's a farm-to-school training and technical assistance. Well, I'm not a school or whatever. No, they're trying to get products from the farm to sell to school. So local products, local farm products to sell, so they don't have these processed foods at the school. So again, if you're not into the business doing, you go down to the local farmers market and say, hey, I know where you guys can get money to sell your food at school, and give me 20% if I figure out how to do it. See? There's always a way to do this kind of stuff. Okay, here, science and research park development grants. Wow, well, I'm not a park. It doesn't matter. That means somebody's going to get millions and millions and millions of dollars to build a science park. Now, if they build a science park, that means jobs, man. Jobs are coming to your area. So you want to know where those parks are that's going up, because jobs, growth, opportunity, all this kind of stuff. You have anything to sell, or you have a service to sell, or you just need a job, they're going to be creating them there. So you want to know ahead of time where this is going to be, and that's how to find out. So you'll know, 6 months from now they'll be opening up, and you will already know now and be the first in line. So that's why these things create opportunities. Economic justice assistance for state governments. What is that? That's when they're closing bases. We're going to close a lot of bases all around the country now. And they're going to throw money at that, billions of dollars. There'll be money for, just look at all the surplus property you get, make a business out of that. You can have a yard sale with tanks in it, or whatever. They'll be giving money to small businesses that are hurt by that. So you got to make sure you're in line. If you had a small business close by that you were hurt. Job training, moving expenses, all this. There's going to be so many. There's a lot of money there, man. There's opportunity. So you want to know that. Here, Jobs Plus Pilot Initiative. Okay, well, that's really jobs for low income. If you're low income, well, you want to find out where that program is. Again, you go to the contact information in that program, get the people locally, and find out about the program. It's hard to you to call someone in your local government because they don't know, and they're not even there yet. So that's why you have to go to Washington, who's a contact person locally, and that's the way you get first in line for all this. You can't be the last in line. There's nothing left by then. Family self-sufficiency program. That's another jobs program. So you're looking for work, need a job. Where's that money going to? See, everything in the government is public information. You're the public. No matter who the hell you are in this country, you're considered the public. And you have just as much right to that information as the President of the United States. So that's why you have the right to call and find out the specifics of how they're spending your money. This is what our country is all about, and the government's all about. So it's hard to realize that because everybody seems so secretive and special, and they just work for the government. So here, sexual assault services. Wow. So that means somebody's getting grants to work with people who've been sexually assaulted. Well, if this is an issue, maybe a personal issue for you, you want to get involved. Well, here's money going out for that. So you could get a direct grant, or you find the people who are getting those grants because you want to work for them. This is the kind of work you always dreamed of doing, or something like that. Or this is going to be a new opportunity. See, anytime new money is going out in grants or whatever for organizations that you really don't even want to get, they're going to be hiring people. So that's a job opportunity. That's what's neat about it. Or they have money for other things. They have daycare services too, because now everybody's going to go to work, and it's a trickle down. So many things happen. Here, Vision 21. That's to help victims of violence. Almost the same as the other one. We're putting a lot of money, but this is money to go to the victims. So were you a victim of violence? We'll find out about this. You know somebody it is. Find out about this. See, this is what you can help other people. Besides just helping yourself, we're all selfish. I am too. But what's fun in life too is helping other people. That's even more fun, to tell you the truth. once you take care of yourself, and that's what you could do. So people, because these are money programs, other programs, give them legal help or whatever to get through this situation, and that's what the money's for. So if you don't know about it, you can't take advantage. Girls in the juvenile justice system, this is like orange is the new black. So there's special issues there too. And if you want to get involved in that, children of incarcerated parents, we have millions and millions of kids now that whose parents are in jail, so this is to help them. So if you're interested in that issue, here, preschool development grants, this is billions here, that it's going to go, if your kid's 4 or less, find out where this is money going, because this is free preschool, and it's more money for that. We're trying to put more money into that because we know that, the kid before 4 years old, like 90% of their brain development happens then. Later, you're just working on 10%. So we should be spending more time, effort, and money in the first 4 years, and forget about these college professors. They're not doing anything by then. It's who has them at 1 to 4 or 0 to 4, and that's why we're spending money there. So that's the Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance, CFDA.gov. And see, you know that. You don't have to buy any of my books. You'll know the system, but just understand how it works. It starts at federal, goes down, and then states kick in, and these are just 2,000 programs that are a start, but they're the major ones, and that's why that catalog, you'll see all the other housing programs. You're looking for any kind of program, start with that book, because you'll see the major federal programs. And it's not a book, it's online, searchable, and it's cool.